Yeah. What up, yo? Peace, peace. StereoPHiX 888 on the SouthWst Shaman. Your SouthWst StereoPHiX. And I'm out here this morning. I thought this morning, man, I wanted to tell my story because I'm out here trying to extend a hand, and maybe I think it's important everybody has the ability to get to know me, so I could qualify for the ability to do that, to extend that hand, because even though it might be apparent to some, who wants to hear from somebody who don't know what the hell he's talking about, or that can relate to you? Well, baby Bubba, I'm here to tell you right now, I can relate. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep it as condensed yet entertaining as possible. I just want to say, please like and subscribe for this journey, man. Simple thing that's ultra mega supportive for me. And I'm gonna start this thing off by saying, today I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for everything. I have so much. My life is so abundant in so many ways. And I'm grateful for the people in my life. And I want to say that today I learned what fear stands for. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Don't be afraid of dope sickness like I was for so long. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Let me tell y'all straight up. My cat wilding out over there. I have no illusions about the fact that I still get high. But I switched the way I think about things, and I switched the things that I do, and the drugs that I use are for recovery. I smoke weed, I take Suboxone, which there's an end goal in sight for that, majorly, and I use psilocybin. Okay? Drink coffee. But I couldn't rely on those things alone. I tried that before. But I realized that I'm a shaman, baby. I'm the SouthWst Shaman. So, let me just take y'all through my story. Let you know. And to say that I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just sharing a piece of me. And hopefully that could reach somebody. But it helps me. It's so therapeutic for me to do this. So, anything can be too much in excess. So that's why I can't say that the things I do can work for everybody. I just know that I had to fill some voids, and I had to choose the less damaging things that don't necessarily become seated in positions of control in my life. Heroin, opiates and meth, man, like they become seated in the steering positions in life. So, I'm gonna take y'all back, right, real quick. Born in Phoenix. I'm from a multiracial background. My father was black, Egyptian, Native American, Bolivian, and white. And my mom is English and Croatian. Now, I have two half brothers, same mother. Came up here, born in '86, baby, right in the middle of the crack era. I went to Madison school districts, and I went to Sunny Slope High School. Boom, let's start off there, baby. I started smoking bud when I was a freshman. Immediately became full-time, all day, every day with it. Problematic, smoking like a dope fiend back then. You know what I'm saying? Now I use it as a tool to maintain a meditative state, not to escape. See, if it doesn't enhance your life and add to it, if it takes away from your life, examine that. So back then it wasn't enough to take over my shit and send me downward, but it was, though, at the same time, because I was using it in a problematic way. I just didn't realize it then. Anyway, I remained a virgin until I was 19 years old. In high school, my identity became a weed smoker and rapping. Alright, fast forward. When I was 19, I got shot in the face right here. The bullet went into my neck. And remained there. It went under my tongue. See? It went under my tongue. I got no teeth back there, man. It went under my tongue and into my neck and stayed there. And I didn't have it removed until about a month later. When Access cleared the surgery, I drove myself to the hospital. I lost over 2 pints of blood. And I ran in and they saved me at John C. Lincoln Hospital in 2006. I was driving a red Honda Civic. Some of the bullets went straight through the car. About a couple weeks later, a friend of mine in the neighborhood clique I was kind of rolling with at the time got shot in the eye. About the same distance from the hospital, but didn't make it because he didn't have a car to drive there with. About 2 months later, about 2 months later, my dad passed away. I had gone back to work, and I thought I should just shove it all down and stay strong for my mom. My mother and I moved into a patio home, and my brother was struggling at the time, so he moved in with us. And now it became a 19-year-old and a 23-year-old in the same bedroom, with a mother who had been with a man for 20 years who just died and needed time to grieve and find herself. And I couldn't take it, so I moved out. And I was selling bud at the time, and I moved in with one of my homeboys. There's a lot of details going on there. But this is where we're going to get to the using and stuff. I started drinking. I could never really hang back in the day because I was always a stoner. Well, I started drinking hardcore. By the time I was 21, man, I was basically an alcoholic. And I would black out on purpose. I knew exactly how much to drink to black out. I was always the driver, the designated drunk driver. What I would do, okay, I was in a cycle of just paying bills, buying my weed, partying, whatever, making music though. But life began to really lose its meaning. I mean, I really felt upset, kind of like this is all that there is to pay bills forever, and we're behind always anyway. So, time went on. I had a DUI when I was 22. By the way, I lost my virginity to a prostitute when I was 19. Because we were going to Vegas, and I thought I shouldn't go to Vegas as a virgin. So my experience with that was initiated with a emotionless experience, even though that's all I ever really wanted. So when I had my DUI and I couldn't drink anymore, and I tried here and there, whatever, I began to try different things to replace alcohol. And that's when I found out that you can't take shrooms all the time because it just doesn't work like that. So I started taking pills. And this is right at the time when Eminem put out the album Relapse, right? Where it was a bunch of pills made up his face on the cover. Fucking hip hop, man. I love it, but damn it. what a tool to use, man. So I climbed the ladder. I went from the bottom to the top, man. All the pills, yo. The weakest to the strongest. I ended up being on, after doing original Percocets and Oxycontin, 80 milligram Oxycontin, smoking them all, doing all that stuff. Getting crazy. Doing all sorts of wild shit, man. Taking heroin upstate and all that stuff, you know. What I did was, I ended up on heroin and meth. By the time the meth came into the picture, I had no idea what I was doing, and I ended up going to prison at age 26 for 5 years for armed robbery and theft of means and burglary. And the whole time I was in there, I got high. But I worked out the whole time too. It was like a new thing for me. I just discovered at 26, I had the body of a 15-year-old going in. But as a multiracial person, it was like I didn't see racial divides until then. When I went in, I didn't know what it meant. You know, people came up to me like, "What are you, Wood? You Chicano? You keep up with, you know, Chief?" I just said, well, I guess I'm a Wood, because most of my family, my immediate family, the societal family that I grew up with was white. Most of my friends were white, so I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm a Wood. I learned a lot in prison, but I got high in there the whole time, thinking, setting these times for myself that I would stop the whole way through, thinking I could. And being hard on myself because I wasn't changing, and I felt like at the end of that damn it, I hadn't changed, and that I couldn't change. I came out, you know, I used all the way to the gate, as they say, but I got out and I wasn't dope sick, you know. So what I ended up doing was I started drinking, because I was on the bus a lot. So I started drinking beers, drinking tall cans, slamming them. Man, you got pissed a lot when you do that. Time went on, you know, girlfriends, just toxic relationships. I got, you know, plenty of experience with that. A lot of stuff happened. As time went on, I finally ended up on fentanyl after some time, and I've been to rehab. I mean, the first time I went to rehab was 2010. You know, I've been many times. I've been to detox. I've been to 30-day. I've been to the 6-month joint. You know, I'm outpatient. You know what I'm saying? AA, NA, sponsored. So I was always trying to do harm reduction for myself, and to find a way to like not do wild shit to get money. But you know, that shit's your master. It's like you get some dope, come home, and first thing it says is, now go get some more. You know, everything was stressed in my life, but the dope was my coping mechanism, so I could deal with it no matter how bad it got, right? I am just so grateful to not be homeless, and to not have had. I lived in my truck for an entire summer. And I was in a relationship at that time too, and that's when I got my cat, actually. And my cat as a kitten grew inside my SUV that I was living in, and yeah, that's when I really found out about, you know, people on the street and like what it's like, man, out there. I found out the real. Okay, so as time went on, there was less and less people in my life, you know, friends, like real friends and shit. But you know, I'm cool shit. The last few things, you know, we're gonna fast forward a little bit. It's the last things that happened, man. I had a friend, I have a good friend, right? It's my partner, it's my man's name. He started using. Shit got really bad for him. I was getting clean. I was on the cusp. But I kind of like re-entered the world so I could be there for him, because I realized that if I wasn't, no one else would be, and it would take a long time before he found somebody that would be. You know, you go through a succession of motherfuckers that don't give a damn about you. So it was tough, but he's doing good. Doing good now. And I'm doing good now. It's a beautiful thing. But he got clean and I was using again, right? I was still using. And what ended up happening was, amongst all, and let me tell you, man, I'm still on probation. I got out in 2016, I'm still on probation. Because I picked up other bullshit along the way, yada, yada, yada. But I ended up totaling a car by myself on the freeway. I ran into a guardrail. And, that shit kind of, I had been in accidents on the freeway before, one or two, you know, but from the outside looking in, it just said, damn, Julian, that's my real name, by the way, he ain't doing nothing to change his life. But in behind the scenes, I had been doing all sorts of work, and I was so close, I was on the cusp. But that was the event that taught me that negative things are the things that are working for you the most, because obviously the good stuff is good, it's working for us, we need that, hell yeah. But when something like that happens, it's the attitude that you keep through it, because I understood, I mean, that was stopping me. That was stopping what I could not stop myself. And that's how it would happen historically for me. I would hit a brick wall because I couldn't stop myself, so events would happen. You know, come on now. Come on, y'all. So, when I did that, I still kept using though. I still kept using because I thought I could get clean at home. And I tried a little bit. It wasn't long before I was taking off at 3 a.m. on foot, you know, and maxing out credit cards and this, that, and the third. But I knew I had to do something. So I chose, as an addict, I always want to control everything. So fuck it. I said I'm gonna control this shit, and I chose a time. I got some shrooms. I got my ass to detox. But my attitude this time was just, because there was a night before that where I literally had a funeral for myself, because I looked in my heart and I said, do you really want all this? No, you don't. All what it takes to do this, you're gonna lose everything you have to gain living outside, walking and searching to give everything to a high that goes away. It's the most futile thing, because you wouldn't want to stay that way permanently, for one. Imagine staying drunk permanently. Also, what goes up must come down. It always goes away, so you're always doing it again and again and again, you know. So I found in my heart I was lying to myself, because I didn't really want that. So why am I pursuing that? Because you can't have one without the other. Just like being clean is a byproduct of being happy and feeling good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you feel good about yourself, and being clean is a byproduct of that. Being successful is a byproduct of that. It's the feeling that we're chasing. Just like we were chasing a feeling, chasing that sack. The high is a byproduct of the lifestyle. It's not the lifestyle as a byproduct of the high. Just like success, good health, etc., etc., is a byproduct of your lifestyle. How you think and how you feel about yourself. Decide the feeling, step into it. The goals will come. Here we are in the present, man. I left out a lot of stuff, you know, but y'all got the picture, man. Been through the ringer, did the gangster shit, you know what I'm saying, entered the recovery world. It planted the seeds, but I had to pursue it for myself. I had to pursue knowledge of self. You know, every morning I study. Every morning I meditate. You know, I don't just smoke bud. Like, Every day I work out. I choose to eat a salad more often than not. You know, self-awareness. I still do dope fiend shit, but I'm aware of it so I can work on it. Being all strung out is like this. Dig through the ditches and slam through the witches and bam through the Mount Dracula. Being awake is like being clean is like all of a sudden life flows. And the biggest thing, man, for anybody still struggling, isn't it hard? Isn't it fucking hard? Make it easier on yourself and take it easy on yourself. Give yourself the time you need. Fuck everything else, man. This is about you. Give yourself the time you need to let it go, because immediately, as soon as you do, everything gets a little more simple. The lies go away. The pressure to score goes away. That money thing goes away immediately, because, and the stress of that goes away. The people that you've been around that you don't might not want to be around goes away, because just by that. Embrace those things, because those things that you hate so much, that you can't stand, but you deal with because you get high, they can all go away immediately. That's not even something that you have to wait for. That happens immediately, and you can just move forward, no longer carrying those things. You can just not have to hide anything anymore. All of a sudden, it's like all the bullshit that you've been, man. Hey, man. Number love, baby. You know what I'm saying? Number left eye. Number love. SouthWst Shaman. StereoPHiX 888. Like and subscribe for the journey, man. I'm with ya. Cause if I'm with ya, I'm with ya. How could I be against ya?